What happened to you when you went hiking? No, it was just every day being extremely... You know, I didn't have... you did it the proper way. No smartphone, you know, no nothing. No book. Nothing. All I had was, you know, my clothes and my gear. And we go out for 3-4 days. And it's... it just hits me, like... the second day, I'm just standing there. We've taken like 2 hours just to eat breakfast. You know, get ready for the next day, pick up all the gear, take down the huge tent, all of that. Just takes so much time, and then we walk towards the next spot, and then, you know, walk, you're half dead, and then it's eat food, takes a while to prepare, and then... Basically, every day was walking, prepare shit. Either eat, go take a dump, or rest because the gear is so heavy, or you're putting up a tent, taking down a tent. It just takes so much time, everything, and you realize that you don't have time to do what we do today, which is existentialism. You know, you go to work, you work your hours, be it 8 to 4, 8 to 5, and then you go home, and then you're supposed to just fill your time with something that offers you value or quality of life, be it hanging with friends, or maybe some hobby you have, and maybe sometimes you're even pondering, what is all of this about? Or I feel lonely, I don't have friends, or I haven't succeeded, I do not have a social status I feel I would want to have in terms of success, or luck with women, or income, job title, 50 cars, or you want to live at a specific address. And all of that is just gone when I was hiking, because you're just tired all the time. You're working on something all the time. When you're walking, you're like, where am I putting my feet? Because you're in the middle of a wilderness, and one slip with your foot, and you know, break your fucking ankle or strain it, and you're fucked. It's over. It's like, well, better see if you can call a fucking helicopter. It's like, so you're just always minding, where do you put your feet? Where do you put your feet? You do that for 3 hours, and you have a super heavy bag. You know, it's like, and then it's like every time you take a dump, you take off gear, it takes like 10 minutes, and then you freeze your fucking ass off taking that shit. And then you go again, and then we gotta eat. Okay, but it takes a fucking hour and a half just to get all the gear going. And then tent, you know, it takes forever to get up, takes forever to get down, and I didn't have time to think about anything other than what are we doing, what are we doing, what are we doing. And that makes you think about how life used to be. I mean, if you think about it like the modern world, everything you're doing now, you know, the luxury we have today with indoor heating, internet, etc., 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 etc. It's like, it's literally the blink of an eye if you contemplate, you know, the existence of modern man that stretches back, you know, 500,000 years. And prior to that, you had our ancestors and all of that. And it's like, for literally the blink of an eye, we've been able to ponder these questions like, oh, what is loneliness? What is life? What is this? Social status. But yeah, jump back just a few hundred years, and every day is basically, or 100 years, you know, fucking coal miners, you know, being 22 years old at home, a female housewife with 9 kids, you know, every day. Do you think you're contemplating fucking existence when you have to feed like 6 kids by the time you're 22? You know, or the husband in the fucking coal mine, you know, basically has no teeth, is completely fucked. Happy if he makes it to 40 years old. He's basically a dinosaur if he hits 40. He's the oldest guy in town. And it's... you have no idea, you know, the luxuries we have today. And that's why I say, like, ever since I went hiking, it's like, it was almost like going back in time, which it basically is. And it was like, survival. All it was. Every day was all about what's our destination, where do we eat, do we have food, how do we feel, make sure you don't get injured, because if anything happens to your feet, it's game over. Like that. And also interesting was like, in the wilderness there with only my friend, after 3 days of not seeing another human being, you were like, you felt fucked in the head. And it's like, in a very different way. It's like, I've been locked into my apartment for 3 days, like working. But when I was outside in the wilderness, there was almost this anxiety about seeing another person. Like, maybe it's gonna be a psycho and he wants to take our stuff. It's like this very primitive fear. That's, you know, obviously like biologically rooted. Because when you are there, you know, and someone takes your stuff, you're fucked. So that's probably on a very primitive level where like fear of strangers, you know, obviously has been ingrained into us through evolution. But oh my god, this goddamn tangent I went on right here. But yeah, that's life to me. It's survival. And then another step of survival is reproducing, having sex with a lady, you know, for a man, because that's survival. You secure the passing of your genes. And you can just ask yourself one day, how much of what I do today, or with my life right now, how much is motivated by the fact that I would like to fuck? It's more than you think. But Boa, so nice to see you. Oh, I'm your big brother. I'm honored to be. And thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much. It's always an honor to have you here, sir. Always an honor.